What's up, YouTube? Today I'm going to show you how to get rid of this pesky fog or this condensation inside of the screen. I'm also going to show you how to change the battery on this old vintage Mudman. Let's go! Alright, so here we have it. This is the old DW8400 Mudman that was released I think in 1995 and is due for a battery change. You'll see it's got the 1289 module, which is pretty much the same as the DW6900. So let's get started. Let's change the battery first and get access to the module and the casing so that we could get that pesky fog, which is coming with this older vintage models, out of the way. So take off the 4 screws right in the back there. Pretty simple. Use a size 0 screwdriver, remove the back plate, and you'll see that just to check the gasket there, you want to see if it's torn or if it's bending, cracked, if it's got some kind of dry rotting. This one here seems to be in good condition. It could use a little bit of watch oil, and I'll put that at the end, but to kind of make the seal better. So here's the battery. You'll see that it's pretty easy to remove. I use a little pin just like this and poke right into the little void there, push it towards me, and that should open up the case to get access to the battery. Okay, be careful not to lose this little spring there. They're known, they got a reputation of going missing, so make sure you don't lose that. It's very important. That's what makes the watch chime and the alarms and all that stuff to work, so you don't want to lose that. Okay, all right, so remove the battery, just pull it right out of the case there. Careful if you pull back the little metal frame there, make sure you don't bend it too much, and then pull the battery out. You'll see this one takes a CR2016 battery. Just replace it, throw it back, throw the new one in there, make sure the positive end is facing upward, and then just push down until it locks into place. You'll hear a little snap, and then ready to go. Notice how my screen is kind of looking like that. That requires an AC reset to fix it. Pretty simple. Push the metal object just like this into the AC reset hole, and then touch the tip of that, or touch the body of the metal to the battery or another metal piece, and that should reset the watch. Now it looks like it's working properly as it should and ready to go. This battery isn't great, but it'll do the job for now. Alright, now we're going to remove the module. You can use anything, tweezers, the same pen. Use your nails just to pull out the module. Careful not to bend or damage the little resin component that's in there that makes it shock proof. Alright. Now we're going to pull off the little frame there inside of the module. This is just cosmetic, but you want to remove that to get access to the glass so that you can treat that glass and remove that fog. Notice this one is very sticky. I'm not sure why, if that was intentional. It's very sticky and a lot of residue on there, so we're going to clean it up a little bit to make it more presentable. Alright, you'll notice that on the watch, there's print inside of the watch, and I'm gonna show you guys here a little close-up. Right there, you see the Casio is actually printed on the inside of the watch, and so are those digits. You can see they're printed inside. So be careful not to use a solution that's too strong. I make that mistake, and you'll see this in this video. So be cautious. I'll take this as caution. Don't use something that's gonna erase or clear some paint. So use something that's kind of not as strong. Maybe just water and water solution or soap to clean the inside of that glass. Now I'm going to wipe down and soap up the inside part of this to get some of that gunk out of there, because I'm not sure if that's what's causing the fog. But just clean it up. I like to clean it up. You don't have to if you don't want to, but I personally think that it could do with a little cleaning. Some of that sticky stuff is still there. So I'm going to use some of this alcohol there. 70% alcohol to apply it on that piece and get that gunk and all that glue stuff off the part so that doesn't get any debris or any kind of junk stuck on there. Now alcohol does work okay because it does remove like adhesives pretty well. So just kind of rub it back and forth on that piece to remove all that gunk. Now some of the newer models that shouldn't be an issue. This is just an older model, and you notice the tip of the Q-tip there shows a lot of nasty blue debris from that stuff or grease or something that's being removed from that bezel. All right, so do this as many times as needed to get the piece clean until you're ready or satisfied with the outcome. This little piece comes off. It just snaps into place, so I just put it back in here really quick. It's not the end of the world. So it snaps on. It's not glued on there, so I'll just push down on it and put it back in place. There you go, snaps back in and you're ready to go. I'm gonna give it another quick wipe here until I see that it's clean. I'm gonna use the other end to kind of wipe down or remove the alcohol, the residue. All right, so I'll give it a few tries, and then once you feel confident or you're comfortable with the end product, you can wipe it down with microfiber. Don't use toilet paper, don't use napkins, because it's gonna leave residue behind. So use something like microfiber to clean that up. Alright, here's where I messed up, and I strongly suggest you don't use alcohol. You'll see here that I dipped my Q-tip in alcohol to remove that foggy residue inside of the glass. But alcohol is too strong, and I didn't realize that at the time. So use something like a water and soap mixture to clean the inside of the glass. You'll notice here, look at the Casio in yellow inside of there. Watch as I clean it. The alcohol does a great job to remove that fog, but notice the Casio. Keep an eye on the Casio. You see how that's removing the fog? But look at the Casio. With a couple of passes, it goes bye-bye. Watch, look at it. Keep an eye on it. Watch this. Here we go. So far, so good. And here we go. 1, 2. Abracadabra. Bye-bye. And there you go. The Casio logo is now gone. So please don't use alcohol. Don't use anything that's going to be too strong and remove the paint from the inside of the glass. All right, now I'm going to use the alcohol to clean the outside as well, because, I mean, like I said, it's dirty and whatnot. You can see there's still some residue in there. So use something that's going to clean it, but not too strong where it's going to remove paint. So like I said, a water and soap mixture would be probably strong enough to remove that debris or that dirt, but not strong enough to remove paint. So you just make a note of that. Now, I wouldn't recommend wetting the inside of the module, because that might create rust and unwanted problems. So kind of keep it the moisture level inside of the module to a bare minimum. Now wipe it down once again with microfiber. Don't use towels, don't use paper towels, napkins, none of that stuff, because it is too abrasive and it will scratch the inside of your module. Now this is a vintage watch, so it's already got some signs of wear and some scratches, but you don't want to make it worse. All right. Now be gentle. Again, microfiber is your friend, and that should help you remove the debris and remove any excess dirt and water or anything else from inside the module. All right, looks good to me. What about you? What do you think? Now we're going to reassemble the watch. Putting back that little piece that we cleaned up earlier, the little plastic. It's just aesthetic, so it's just it helps kind of give that beautiful G-Shock design look to the watch. So put it back in place. It shouldn't fall out, but it's also going to be pushed down and held by pressure with the module, so don't worry about don't need to put any glue or anything crazy like that. Just stick it back in there. Now you want to stick in your little shock absorbent resin piece inside of the watch. That's what holds the module in place and keeps it protected. Notice I put the module face down, but I put it on microfiber so that it doesn't get damaged or anything like that. Alright, now I'm going to sit the module back inside there gently in place. Make sure you don't pinch the resin component there, because otherwise it defeats the purpose. Now notice that the buttons, you want to test those buttons. You push them down, make sure that they're pushing down on those metal pieces to control the watch. If they're not, you want to gently use your pin right here to wedge between the pin and the metal piece to make sure that those metal piece and the buttons are in place and they're making proper contact. Otherwise, your watch may not be functional once you close it up. You don't want to close the watch up and find out that they're not making proper contact. Now I'm going to put the back plate back on the watch there securely, and then go right ahead and tighten those screws. I could give this back plate a polish, but I figured it gives it character. It's not that serious, so I'll just leave it as is for now. Look how fast I screw these screws. Alright, make sure they're tight enough, not too tight where you'll strip it, but tight enough so that you don't get any moisture inside of the watch. And here's the finished product. Fully operational, new battery in there, not new, but its battery is fresh. And all the fog is pretty much gone, along with my Casio. Don't make that mistake, guys. Learn from me. Alright guys, hopefully that was useful and educational, and hopefully that may help you solve your problem. So next time, this is Chicago, guys. I'll see you guys very soon. Holla at your boy. I'm out of here. Peace.
My G-Shock, I'm rocking 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 my G-Shock.